What's up guys, welcome back to another Eldrazi Tron video in Modern. Today we're actually playing the Mystic Forge version with Glaring Fleshraker. So this version of Eldrazi Tron differs slightly than the usual version. We're completely colorless, so we're not running any Sowing Mycospawn, and we're heavily focused on getting Fleshraker out, getting Mystic Forge out, and just kind of pinging our opponent to death. So because we're completely colorless, we get to run the set of Ugin, Eye of the Storms. This card synergizes extremely well with our entire deck because we're all colorless. So whenever we cast a colorless spell, we get to trigger Ugin, exile everything, and just win the game. Some other differences from the other Eldrazi lists is we're not running any Mind Stones, no Dismembers, no All is Dust. We're going all in on Glaring Fleshraker with 8 0 drops. So we have Everflowing Chalice. This is good against mood effects, so that way we can have our wastes available. And then we have Baubles just to trigger Fleshraker more easily. For our payoffs, we have 3 Mystic Forge, Karn the Great Creator, Thought-Knot Seer, K-Command, Ugin like we talked about, and 4 Devour. So Devour is really important because it's going to set up your future draws. This deck is very heavily dependent on making your land drops, making sure you have enough mana to cast your payoffs. So that's just a quick overview of the main deck. For the sideboard, we do have a Karn board other than the 4 Chalice of the Void. Usually when I bring in the set of Chalice of the Void, I'm just taking out the Everflowing Chalice. It's like an easy 4-for-4 switch. You guys will see later in the video, Chalice is really good against Prowess, Energy, anything with a lot of 1-drops. It can even be good against Affinity if they're going to be playing all their Opals. So other than that, we have a little bit of everything on the side just to cover the entire meta. And then we do have 1 waste. This is just to bring in against Blood Moon and Harbinger. So that is Eldrazi Tron Forge in Modern. Before we get into the video, I want to give a shout out to our current YouTube channel members. Thank you so much for your support. If you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, you'll get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Finally, we are a Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all the information is in the description below. So if you want to see more Eldrazi content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, match 2 on the draw. Match 1, our opponent never showed up, so we just got the free win. We have 2 out of the 3 Tron lands. Fleshraker, we'll hold the Baubles for now. Hopefully we can maybe draw a Temple and get these out sooner. Flooded Strand, Watery Grave. So this is going to be Thoughtseize or Tamiyo. It's Tamiyo. We draw Ugin's Lab. It's actually pretty good. Let's just run that out now, and we'll pass. Hopefully we can land this Fleshraker. Meticulous Archive. So this is like some sort of Esper. They put Ketramos in the yard. Alright, so this is just like Esper Control with Ketramos. So Fleshraker should resolve and just kind of hang. Draw another Power Plant. Cast Fleshraker. Now we can Bauble. Auto Yield. Get a bunch of triggers. See what they're drawing. A land. We draw another Bauble. Alright, that's the land we knew about. Another Surveil land. Put a land to the yard. I guess Tamiyo will get in, and they'll probably draw with a clue, unless they're just holding up Counterspell. Counterspell is pretty greedy for Esper. We'll see if they have a bunch or not. We'll Bauble them again. They could have Bowmasters, Ephemerate. I don't think this is Reanimator, right? Another Fleshraker. So let's go Tower, cast Fleshraker. If this resolves, that'll be insane. No Counterspell, please. Cast Bauble. So many triggers. Now we can cast Karn. Get a bunch more triggers. They draw a card. Maybe they're looking for like a Solitude. They're down to 4. And then we just get whatever with Karn and win. Down tick. Just get a Ballista. Doesn't really matter. Trigger. Nice, dude. Fleshraker OP. So we are up against Esper, like, Flicker. They probably do have White Orchid Phantom, so we're going to bring in the extra waste. And they probably have Consign, so... Again, Chalice on 1 is tempting. It stops Ephemerate, it stops Consign, sort of. I kind of want like Trinisphere, Vexing Bauble. Like Torpor Orb is really good too. I'm going to leave that in the board for Karn to get, hopefully. I'm going to try this. Alright, game 2, and we're definitely going to keep this hand. We have turn 2 Fleshraker, Reveal Devour. We are going to end up playing Vexing Bauble on turn 1 though, because that'll play around Pitch Solitude, Tamiyo. It also, if play around like if they have Baubles or Opals or whatever. Not sure if they're running that, probably not, but we do find Ugin's Lab to go with Devour. Ugin is a payoff. Mystic Forge is solid too. All of these are really good. I think I'm going to take the Mystic Forge actually. Let's go Power Plant into Bauble. I want this because it'll like grind harder and they shouldn't have an answer for this. Untapped Godless Shrine. They attack with Tamiyo, make a clue. Hopefully they don't have Dog into Balemark. Tainted Indulgence. Flip Tamiyo. Alright, we don't care about Flip Tamiyo until she can ultimate. They discard a land. So we're going to have Temple into Devour at some point. K-Command's decent. Cast Fleshraker now. Next turn we can go Thought-Knot Seer, take their best card. This could just be Reanimator still, but like they're playing Tainted Indulgence, so alright, they down-ticked for Tainted Indulgence and play it again. So maybe we should just be holding up K-Command, but I mean we're going to play Thought-Knot Seer here anyway. Yeah, they discard Atraxa. Ugh, and they have Thoughtseize. They take the Thought-Knots here. Pretty obnoxious. Ugin's Lab. So we'll attack Tamio. I guess we just have to hold open Kozilek's command, though. That's the annoying part. They can't Solitude this. I don't even think they're running Solitude. Like, we could run out Mystic Forge, but then we just lose if they have something. I think we just have to play the mine and pass. They could also have Force Negation. Goryo's. Yeah, I mean, we're going to eat it and see if they have something. They actually can't force because of Bauble, which is nice. K command X equals 2. I'm curious why they're going for it. Make a spawn. Make more spawns. Down to 11. Yeah, I'm kind of confused why they went for it there. Surveil land. Oh my god, they surveil a Griselbrand to the yard. Alright, so we definitely need to find something. Ugin is something. I think what we need to do is just find some answers with Mystic Forge. Or just like trigger Fleshraker as much as possible. So let's do that. Start with a Mystic Forge. Another Mystic Forge on top. Exile a land. Attack for 2. I'll pass. I mean, if they have the Goryos again for this Griselbrand, hopefully not. Wouldn't surprise me though. They draw with a clue. That's a good sign for us. Man, they didn't have it. Wow. Good for us. Alright, match 3 on the play. This is an interesting hand. We have Fleshraker, we have lands, we have mapped. I think we're going to try it. It's not the most exciting, but we can try to go for it here. We'll just go tower, map, just in case we draw another Tron piece. Because if we get turn 3 Tron, we can go Fleshraker into Mystic Forge. Alright, they just play Scalding Tarn, pass. We draw Devour. I'm just going to go Temple, pass. I don't want to play out Fleshraker and not get any value from it. We also don't know what they're on, so I don't mind just playing this and cracking map to go get like a mine or something. Xander's Lounge. So this is either Creativity or Domain. Island, Frog. Alright, so it's neither. Like that Domain Reanimator again. So let's go get a Power Plant. We draw another tower. We'll play Power Plant. Oh no. I meant to play Ugin's Lab so we could play Mystic Forge. Alright, I guess I'm just going to play with Fleshraker then, because I messed up. They do a Frog, and we're not going to block, unfortunately. They shock, get a Steam Vents. Fleshraker's down. So no value there, which sucks. They get him for 1. Holding up Counterspell, probably. Thought-Knots here. Let's cast Thought-Knots here. See if that eats a counter. Yeah, alright, so this is just Grixis Control then. They have the Bolt, they have the Counterspell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mystic Forge is going to be really good if we can resolve it. But they do have like main deck K commands and stuff, so they can just kill it. Get it for 1. Chalice. We're going to cast this, see if they want to counter this. It's like tempting to counter. Spell Pierce. It's good to get that out of their hand. Play Tower and pass. Because without Tron, this is going to get countered by Spell Pierce. They attack, get them for 1 again. They're just drawing 2 cards a turn and they're just burying us in value. So we're going to just play out Ugin's... Okay, we drew the Temple instead. So we're going to cast this in order to exile Frog. It'll get countered, but it's whatever. Snapcaster for Counterspell. At least Frog's gone. And then we just send it back. We just really want to land this Forge. So if we could double spell, that'd be really good. They have Dash Ragavan. This matchup, if we don't win game 1, this matchup's going to get incredibly hard. Games 2 and 3. Dash Ragavan. Oh, they have Ninjutsu for Snapcaster. Alright, at least that means Mystic Forge should resolve. They hit a Bauble. That sucks. They can cast that. One of the only spells they can cast from our deck. So if they have Counterspell, we're just screwed. They 1 top, 1 bottom. Definitely need some payoffs here. So we can cast Thought-Knot into Mystic Forge. They have 7 cards in hand, though. They have Fatal Push, yep. Into Lightning Bolts. Down to 9. Oh, God. Yeah, we're not going to be able to beat this hand. Psychic Frog's annoying. They can Snap Bolt us. Dash Ragavan. I guess we take Snapcaster Mage because that's the most damage. Thought-Knot on top. They play the land. We're just like way too far behind. Surveil. Dash Ragavan. We'll take like a draw step. They're going to hit Thought-Knots here, which we don't care about. They connect. We have Devour on top. I mean, I guess we'll draw that. 1 top, 1 bottom. They play out Psychic Frog. Or what is this? 4 mana? That's weird. Cast Psychic Frog. So we're just going to cast Devour, eat Psychic Frog, and just block Kaido. I mean, Karn... We could Karn Bridge. What do you think about Karn Bridge? I kind of like Karn Bridge. Let's try that. If they have a counter, they're going to counter, and it's not going to matter. So, like, they're going to counter this and then kill us. So I kind of like Karn Bridge. Ugin's also a really good pickup if we can make it to next turn. Oh, you know what? This doesn't work because of Psychic Frog, and we can't get rid of... Oh, no. I messed up. That sucks. Yeah, so if we put Devour under here... Why didn't I put Devour under there? Yeah, I messed that up. Now we just lose the Psychic Frog. Damn. Yeah, that sucks. We just threw that. Alright, against Grixis Control, we don't really have anything to bring in. Could bring in Chalice on 1 for Fatal Pushes, Consigns, and Lightning Bolts. I don't hate that. Alright, game 2 on the play. His hand's not the greatest. We do have 2 lands, Chalice on 1. We'll try it just because we have the Eldrazi Temple. Any land we can cast Thought Knot on 3. So we'll just go Temple, pass. Just in case we draw the other Temple, we could also cast Thought Knots here on turn 2. They go Scalding Tarn, pass. So this is most likely going to get consigned, but we're still going to cast it. Draw a Bauble for turn. We're going to have to cast that and try to hit a land. Wow, that lands, okay. Good for us. No bolts, pushes, or consigns without extra mana. I guess we could have waited to bauble them. They get a Surveil land, or they get a Triumph. We do find the power plant. But yeah, you definitely want to wait until they crack, so that way you know exactly what they're drawing. Island into Frog. They dash Ragavan thinking spending 2 mana is going to get around this, but it does not. I've seen this a lot, actually. Just because you're spending 2 mana doesn't mean this changes. Kind of funny. Alright, another power plant. Not what we want, but we will cast Thought Knot. That lands. Wow, okay. Definitely going to take Flame of Anor. Double Force Negation. I mean, we have a lot of non-creature spells, so we're going to make them use it. Flame down, and they're just off it. Cool. Chalice on 1 getting there. Let's run it back. So we probably should just be 2-0 here if we didn't mess up. We played the land assuming we were going to just cast Devour. That was the issue. And then we saw that Karn was underneath Mystic Forge. Alright, we'll try this. No Chalice, but we have Fleshraker, K-Command. They're just going to play Ragavan. Pretty annoying. There's Chalice. Play Temple Go. Island. We'll see. I mean, they could always have Spell Snare. They can have Counterspell. Consign. They could just have so much. They had an Expedition map. They don't cast it. They could have Force. They could have a lot of things. Let's play this on 1. We just need to make a land drop so we're screwed. Snapcaster. I wonder why they flashed that out. That's weird. They flashed it out like they couldn't cast it under Chalice. Maybe they're just trying to get the beats on. Get them for 4. Definitely need to make our land drops. They had another map. Okay, they're clearing the way for our lands at least. Land, please. Mishra's Bauble. We'll cast Fleshraker, Counterspell, Bauble, Bauble them, Bowmasters. Yeah, they're just getting the aggression on. Down to 13, they're drawing push. We're going to draw a card, they're going to ping us. We're going to go to 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to go down to 6. Yeah, just breaking on lands, there's nothing you can do about it. Our keep was fine. Attack with all. Down to 5, not 6. And they reveal another non-land. So not only have we not drawn lands, but they've cleared 3 non-lands off it. So we weren't going to draw a land in 6 draws, which is pretty wild. And they have a follow-up. Oh, they're casting the Mystic Forge. Land, please. Damn, dude. They've also drawn 2 maps, and we've drawn the 3rd map. Like, pretty insane odds here. So we have to get rid of Ragavan and make spawn here. So that way we can, like, block, go to 2. But there's not really a way we can get out of this. We'll just take a draw step, though. Yeah, they get in with everything. Yeah, they can't cast Lightning Bolt, so they put it in the graveyard. And they have Ninjutsu. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty unlucky that we missed on lands 8 times. I don't know. All right, match 4 on the play. This is a no-lander with Devour, but we're going to mulligan. We have Mind Map. We're going to keep on 6. Put back... kind of want to keep Chalice, just because it's a turn 2 play. I'm going to put back Bauble. You could also just play Bauble and get a redraw here. Plains, Ocelot Pride. So we're up against Boros Energy. We draw Ugin's Lab. Let's play out Chalice, kicked. And this is definitely the matchup where you bring in Chalice of the Void on 1. You definitely want to get Ugin out as fast as possible. Dash Ragavan. I guess it's better than, like, Guide and a Johnny. Castable card. Ugh. All our opponents are hitting the Mishra's Baubles. It's so annoying. So now they get a redraw. Got Thought Knots here. So let's go Ugin's Lab. Put in Ugin. Very fitting. Cast Thought Knot. We need, like, a wall of something, so... Fable or Goblin Bombardment? I think we're going to take Fable. I think that's the higher upside. Because they have so many lands. So, like, it's just going to be really annoying for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play out Mystic Forge next turn. Goblin Bombardment. Dash Ragavan. We're going to block the cat. Because if we block here, they can ping here, make a cat, ping us twice. I guess they'll just get rid of their entire board. Okay. Into another Ragavan. Draw a Temple. Cast Mystic Forge. There's a Kozilek's Command on top. I guess we're going to get rid of Ragavan, but we'll do it on their turn. And they're just going to stack it, but it's kind of whatever. There's the Arena. They draw Spyro. What a good pickup. Now they're just going to discard 2 lands. Yeah. Spyro with haste. Let's just cast this. We will draw a card and exile Ragavan. Looking for a Tron land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugin's so close. I'm going to bottom it, though. We find the Mine. Take 2. There's a Karn. What can Karn do? Karn can get Trinisphere, but they already have Spyro. I guess we just cast this Karn. Play the Mine. I guess we get Bridge? They can always just, like, get rid of it, but it's just something to stall the board out, maybe? Get Bridge. Play this for 0. Cast Bridge. No, I'll just pass. Because they can always Flage this, they can Static Prison, Ensnaring Bridge, Ajani, they can Ajani us, yeah. Alright, they sack Ajani, or they sack the cat to flip Ajani. They ping us, they don't ping Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now they ping Karn, and they can just shoot Karn now. It's not the worst. Play a land, Fleshraker. Do need to get rid of Ajani. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing all these lands, like if we hit Tron, we just win. We get Needle for Ajani, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Karn. Cast Fleshraker. There's another mine on top. Let's get rid of it. Map. So if we play map, trigger Fleshraker, pretty much free. Let's cast this for 0, so that's free. Now we can crack map, go get a power plant, play that, cast Bauble. There's a temple on top, that sucks. Play Karn. So we could Needle Ajani, or we can play Walking Ballista and just shoot Ajani. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll down tick. Kind of like getting Walking Ballista. Trigger Fleshraker. And they concede. Sick. Alright, so easy. 4 out, 4 in. Map gets a little more awkward. Hopefully we don't draw it. You could board out some because we're bringing in Chalice. Let's bring in the Wastes over the Swamp also. I'm gonna try that. So we have 2 out of the 3 Tron lands, but like nothing really else going on. It's like tempting. But I think this is like too much top end for not a guaranteed payoff and nothing to put under Ugin's Lab, so let's mulligan. Alright, we are going to keep this. This is a turn 1 Chalice. Put back Ugin. Because we have Devour. It is a 1-lander, but again, turn 1 Chalice is really good. Hopefully they don't have a turn 1 play. That'd be even better. Or maybe they just have all 1-drops in hand. That would also be good. This isn't like lights out, but it really helps. Ocelot Pride. Yeah, we were hoping for like, I don't know. So there's lands. So we're just going to take the guaranteed land. So we'll play Ugin's Lab, Chalice on 1. And then we have Fleshraker, turn 2, and hopefully we just draw more lands to run out Mystic Forge and kind of get there. They're going to be making a lot of cats. They could always just play a Johnny. They could play Goblin Bombardment. Karn is not what we want. That Fleshraker. We'll just pass. Oh, they have the Flage. That's one reason to maybe run out the Chalice. They kill Fleshraker. Chalice not doing anything right now. They have a really good anti-Chalice draw. Ugh, and we just brick on lands. That sucks. I feel like this league has just been missing lands like so much. Yeah, we just lose. All right, let's run it back. We did keep a 1-lander, so it's not like crazy, but you'd hope to see some amount of lands. Our deck is 1/3 lands. All right, game 3 on the play. There's another 1-lander with Devour. Let's mulligan. All right, we will keep this. We have at least 2 lands. Devour to find something. Ugin, probably pitching Ugin again. Or no, we'll get rid of Karn. Get rid of this second Karn. Devour. No turn 1 Chalice, unfortunately. Man, this hand sucks. Do we want any of these? Like, we can try to hit Tron. I guess we'll just take the tower. It's just like another Tron piece. But if they just have a fast start, we're totally boned. They have Ragavan. Yeah, so like if we had Chalice turn 1, we'd be all set. And I really don't want to run out Fleshraker and not trigger it because they can just Galv it. They had an Expedition map. We kind of would have liked that. Hit Tron. That's going to be the name of the game here, is just to hit Tron as fast as possible. So the fact that they hit the map is kind of sad. 3 mana, and they hit the Molten Rain. Jesus. All right. We draw K command, which would have been amazing here. Turn 2, Molten Rain. Power plant off the top. Come on. Fable. Parlor. Expedition map. I mean, we'll take it. We're going to get there in like 2 turns. Probably dead by then. Just lands being a huge issue in this league. They discard Static Prison and Ragavan. They find Devour. Guide of Souls. Ocelot Pride. Into Molten Rain. Damn. Yeah, they just kind of had the nuts and we drew absolutely nothing. So, all right, welcome to the final match. Let's see if we can make our land drops. And yeah, we're going to have turn 3 Tron for the first time this league, I think. Pretty crazy. Reveal Devour. We'll take the payoff. Go power plant. Map. Go. Could have taken K command there, but we already have one. Is this going to be energy again? Yeah, energy again. Ugh, they hit prismatic ending. So it's not energy. All right, well, there goes Tron. Can't catch a break this league. We also played power plant instead of the mine. So now we don't get the top deck tower. That's fine. Just not making any land drops again. Maybe we can snag something for 1. So this is going to be like Jeskai Energy. Oh, maybe not. Just Jeskai Prowess. Slick Shot. Bauble. I imagine they can't kill us. Monstrous Rage. Getting for 8. See if they have the Mutagenic too. Lava Dart for 10. Let's cast K command, I guess. See if we can hit the Tron land. We're at 8. Fleshraker to the bottom. Another Ugin. Come on, something. Ugh, man. So we can cast Thought-Knot Seer. Cast map. Crack map. Go get tower. Play tower. Most likely just dead. Yeah, Jesus, their hand is gross. Let's take the Lightning Bolt, because that's the guaranteed death. So they can just go Iteration, Pump, and we just have to hope they brick. Most likely not going to brick though. They can find like a land and a spell. If we do get to untap though, we get to Ugin plus. They do find the land. They get in. We live. Fleshraker. Cast Ugin. Exile this. Gain some life. Play a land. So we know they have deal card. Oh my gosh, and they concede. Ugh, crazy. Alright, so again, this is just going to be easy. Chalice out. Chalice in. So we know they're going to have prismatic endings, but we're definitely going to keep this hand. This is a turn 1 Chalice. Turn 2 Thought Knots here. Steam Vents untapped for Channeler. Go Ugin's Lab. Chalice on 1. Do we want to bauble? And they're just off it. Alright. Love it. Alright, so that was Eldrazi Tron Forge in Modern. I feel like every time we play this sort of deck, it never goes well. I feel like the Fleshraker builds are just so inconsistent. Like, yeah, you're playing Eldrazi Tron, so you don't need Fleshraker to win. You do have a million other payoffs. But if they disrupt you just in the slightest, all of your payoffs cost so much mana, and it's just so hard to get there before you're dead. Like you guys saw that league, we struggled on mana so much. I know it's going to be variance here and there, but it just doesn't feel good. I think we only managed to get Tron like once, maybe twice that league, but again, that's going to go towards that variance with a lot of disruption in Modern right now. I can't really say I recommend this deck. If you're going to play Tron, I think you'd be better off playing Sowing Mycospawns, maybe some Mind Stones. We played a list like that similar on the channel, so you can always find that in the playlists. But overall, if the deck's doing its thing, it's really powerful, really strong, really fun. Getting to that point felt really difficult. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Eldrazi content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.